It's the 7th of June and it's 10 in the morning. This is from the southwest of Ireland. This is my daily upload with regard to those that have offended the state, that have offended the heritage, the culture of the state, and that are repeat offenders against my good name, character, and reputation. Now, as I've mentioned, the authorities have been aware that my child is a missing person since January 2017, February 2017 to be precise. And unfortunately, there has been an obstruction of justice, but at the same time, there has been crime prevention and there has been debt and disrespect and defamation exacerbated by individuals in the community that aren't observing protocol of my royal ancestors and of my royal blood and of my royal family. So there's a big issue occurring that people breaking the law, offending the law, are taking upon themselves, thinking they're bigger than the law. And unfortunately, that's highly misleading to young children. It's an awful, unsafe message to send to young children that adults that are behaving recklessly, irresponsibly, or unlawfully, any of these adults that are displaying that message to young people are sending a poor message to children about behaviour. And obstruction, unfortunately, is a weak act. It is a poor quality, and it's an unsuccessful act of an unsuccessful adult. So people that have to obstruct my rights or obstruct themselves from fulfilling their obligations to my royal protocol, my royal titles, my royal position, those people that aren't able to be honourable or dignified or have integrity are weak people. And that's a very important point for young children that are learning anything about sociology or anything about human behaviour, human conduct, psychology, the way adults interact, the communication processes. Some people just don't have the backbone and some people are spineless. These are figures of speech and it represents strength and weakness. And there are people out there that have behaved very poorly in their evasion and obstruction with regard to their obligations and their responsibilities and duties. And that's the weakest, poorest evidence of an incompetent, inept, unqualified adult. Do you know what I mean? And it makes me smile because I'm amused that these people would think they're qualified to rise to the status that they accredit themselves with when they haven't actually done anything successful except cause problems. So it's amazing that people would associate themselves with these kind of professionals when they're not actually professional at all. So they have a huge outstanding list of obligations to fulfill to my royal patronage position and protocol, and until all of those obligations are fulfilled, there'll be problems in society, and that's just the reality of it. That's all they've done in society since 2006. They've only caused problems. So it's a sad sign of the times that I'm still awaiting the relevant authorities and agencies to step up to the mark and be strong. Only strong people that are able to do their jobs properly are able to say, look, hands up, we made a mistake, we did a wrongdoing, we consciously or unconsciously decided to take this road, we didn't do the right thing, and therefore there was an act of injustice or wrongdoing done against this person, an innocent mother who's been exploited. The legislation of this country has come from me, and there are people that think because they're a doctor that they haven't come to terms with having been struck for not honouring their Hippocratic oath. They still seem to think that they hold the position of a practitioner when in fact maybe they don't, but after being offensive to the Hippocratic oath. So there are people that are out there being very poorly behaved in their practices and in their conduct, and they've resorted to very poor actions. It's disgusting, it's disgraceful, it's disrespectful. So I hope there isn't anyone in my proximity repeating offences against me and bringing on more casualties that we've already seen in society as a consequence of these liabilities causing problems, breaking the law, offending me and offending the law. So I have a very clean track record. I'm a private royal, I'm of legislation, I'm a humanitarian, advocate, educator, all of these things. And this community has had a little bit of an discomfort, I suppose. It's been discomforted with my achievements. It's been discomforted with the accomplishments that I have. It's been discomforted. This community has been a begrudgery. It's a very they're just not comfortable with other people's successes, so they show weak behaviour. That's the psychology. And that's the sad sign of the times, that people haven't evolved or progressed to be mature, competent professionals, adults that can respect other adults' success. So the people that are in my proximity breaking the law are putting the authorities, the Garda Síochána's children, at risk. I am a royal and my son is missing because of two unidentified individuals that came into my proximity in January 2017 without identification, without paperwork, without any other prerequisites that would be required except false reporting, which only this community in County Kerry, due to people that have been of financial fraud, academic fraud, bad publicity stunts, bad offences, poor offences, awful offences against the arts in particular. We've seen their contribution to the arts and it's been horrific. So I hope everyone's erring on the side of caution with regard to these people. They're really not safe to be engaging with. They're like in the world of business, politics, commerce, marketing, the whole shebang. Any individuals that are of crimes against my royal patronage or of offences against my good name, or that have exploited from my royal purpose, my spiritual status, and that are of already repeat offences with a new set, a new clique, a new tact, I suppose. Those people that are trying a new avenue of profane, sacrilegious blasphemy against my royal status. It's really difficult for some people to come to terms with the level that my I suppose my ascension as a human being. We have all evolved. Some people don't. Then there are the issues that arise from that. But I have been on the road of ascension for quite a long time, and those people that have come to terms, that have not come to terms with my spiritual status and what my spiritual status has brought about is another story. There have been people helped that have healed and that have found recovery in the form of sanity and sobriety as well. So these people that are still in my proximity, that are evading and exacerbating all that should be brought to the table while they have been taking from my table, I can't reiterate it enough. I'm repeating this story ad nauseum, but there are people in this community with a mind block, and they are very obstinate, they are very ignorant, and they are very much indebted to my good name, character and reputation, and they're very unwelcome on my land. And I doubt they're understanding how much damage, harms and losses, and that they've caused disharmony, coveting from me, and they've disrespected the church. So I'm a married mother as of the 30th of the 3rd 2015, and it's not very safe to disrespect church records. It's not just disrespecting the church, it's disrespecting holy vows between a man and woman, a husband and wife to be, and the family unit. So those people that are coveting from me, they might look at the casualties they've caused already in society. They might be strong, they might have a bit of backbone before they get into any more bad practices with witchcraft or anything of the sort, offending good faith practices that I represent. They might be careful about their slander and defamation. and the troubles that they've caused in County Kerry since 2006. They're not a very welcome set of people. This community has been destroyed by these liabilities, so it's really unsafe for anyone to associate with those that are of the bad practices and that haven't shown strength of character or integrity. These people are not safe to associate in any respect. They have not got proper conduct, they have not got the law on their side, and they don't have the faith either. They're of dirty politics, dirty business and dirty money, and they're really not welcome at all on my territory in Ardfart and Kilflane. So I hope I'm making my point clear enough. My son is still missing. The Garda Síochána are aware of my crime prevention. Until things are done properly, there'll be more failings and fallouts. People have fallen already because of their offences against me. So I hope there's no politician in the female realm that would be thinking that it's a success story of ending a successful situation of a mother and child property owner that have caused or brought about social reform. So I hope everyone's been really safe in their decisions, and I hope they're on the right side of the law, being nice and strong in their decisions rather than giving in to weakness, I suppose. It's a sad sign of the times.